Right there. Good. Yeah.
I'm Larry. I'm originally from Chicago. Moved to Miami like 3 months ago. And
Seems like this color suits Miami very well.
oh yeah, car was white for a year. My last car was white for a year, so I had to do something, that you don't really see too often. So it's full bolt-on. So you got intake, downpipe, charge pipe, upgraded the cooling system. It's running full E85. Got a meth injection for cooling. Got the Apex FL5 18s. So normally people go 20s on this car. I hate that, because you got no sidewall on the tires. We got the 18s all around with the nice thick tires, little race car look.
What tires are those?
In the front, I just put these on as I wanted something to match the rear. So these are some Nexen. I didn't need to spend that kind of money on the front, but these give you that matching look for like half the price.
What suspension are you on?
It's Emmanuel Design. They're actually based out in LA, just springs.
For the ride quality, it feels amazing.
They put stock spring rate, so stock feel with the drop.
And what front lip is this?
eBay lip, some kind of replica probably. Like the third lip on this car, so I'm glad I didn't spend any big money on a lip.
Well, we had plans to shoot last weekend, but you snapped one of your lips from obviously the Miami roads. How about the headlights? Are the headlights OEM? They come like that?
They are OEM. I took them apart and blacked out the whole inside. I do custom headlights.
Just so people understand, everything on this car was done by you.
Yep, yeah, got it bone stock. Every single part you see, down to the tires and the wheels.
And that's because you're a BMW tech.
Yeah, so I went to BMW training. I've loved cars my whole life. I finished college, went to BMW training, and now I've been working at the dealership.
So what exhaust system is this?
So we got catless downpipes, and then Active AutoWorks midpipe, stock muffler, and that's all you need really.
This originally, like you were telling me, you ended up going with a single mid-pipe. How does that work?
Yeah, so Active, they made the design, cleans up the sound a little bit, gets rid of the rasp, plus you get a lot more torque out of it as it's just a bigger single pipe.
Because this M4 sounds really good for what it is. I'm really surprised. And you were telling me that you were hesitant in the beginning because of sound too.
I feel the same way, yeah. I went around saying they sound like shit for a while.
I'm the same way because I'm a die-hard S65 V8 guy, and I love that sound. But this sounds really good for what it is.
You can't get the V8 sound, out of the inline six, but, for it being a 6-cylinder twin turbo.
And you get the power out of these cars. I was really impressed with. What rear diffuser is that?
Veris Rep. Pretty much the Veris, but, Veris like $4,000. I got it for a little less than that.
The interior, you got a couple things going on there. Can we see that?
Yeah. We got the Sparcos in here.
Sure, well, what made you go with Sparco?
Never had racing seats before. I wanted, to do more of the race car look. I got the cage in there, so obviously I had to complete it with the seats and with the harnesses.
And what roll cage is this?
Studio RSR.
Nice, I didn't know that. What kind of power does this car put down?
600 wheel, 640 wheel torque.
Oh, and you said it's on E85 and meth? How's the meth kit work?
So I have it set up just for cooling. Actually, I can show you the cool part. So we got the Berke Motorsports stealth tank.
Oh wow!
Gallon tank, out of sight. Still got your whole trunk, and it just sprays into the charge pipe. Set based on boost.
When you first bought this car and you drove it stock, and then you did all the upgrades, how drastic was it? Because that's a huge power increase.
Honestly, though, very impressed with how these cars are stock. Because they still make a lot of torque and everything. But yeah, we're probably 200 horsepower, 250. More than stock right now.
That's one thing that impresses me is how much you can do for, I don't know if it's so little, but it seems like it's only 2 or 3 things, and you get a lot of power out of it.
Yeah, mainly downpipes and tune.
And what cars did you have before this? Because you told me you blew a couple motors before.
Yes, this is my 20th BMW. So I've had my share. First car was E36 M3. Had a bunch of E46 M3s, E60 M5, had a couple X5, and then I started getting into the whole tuning thing. I've had a 392, 335, all full build.
So most of the cars that you had, you built to pretty much full power.
Yeah, the last few, definitely. And my last 335 was amazing. Just, I went from a 07 335 to 16 M4.
Is this the fastest car you've owned?
Reliably, yeah. One of my 335s made like 700 wheel for like 2 weeks. Carbon roof is pretty much factory unless you opted to get a sunroof, which I wouldn't even use. So I'm glad it came with the sunroof, the rear view camera and parking sensors. Doesn't have any lane assist or any of that. I got a year ago.
What brake setup do you have?
Stock brakes. I like all colors, so I was between purple, green, red, orange, blue, and purple is, one of the ones I haven't had yet, and you don't see too many,
What are the future plans for the car?
At this point, I've been enjoying it how it is for almost a year. Definitely could use a little more power. Definitely the next few months, probably go with turbos, turn it up to like 700 wheel, which you can still do reliably for the most part on the stock motor. If you want to go higher, I mean, you got to build motor. They got turbos that are good for 1,000 wheel.
You document all your builds on your Instagram, right?
Yep.
So I'll link your Instagram in the video here. You have plans on going to a lot of our events too, right?
Yeah, 100%. You know that, I learned such a big BMW community out here, and I've been meeting a lot of people.
How's the change so far being in Miami?
Huge. And this is winter, I had to put on a little jacket today. And
Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
yeah, glad we met up.
Probably 3 or 4 more minutes, if that.
Good.
Yeah, is that cool?
That's good.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
That's a really good spot. Yeah, if you can turn it around. I was here last week shooting a 1M. Oh my god, my ears. My ears. That was so loud.